gonna be taking a look at the third map in the series. Let's see. With mirror comps, nothing really to talk about there. Doing about the same mirror stuff, trading cooldowns. Go back a little bit and look at this fight again. There's not really a lot to talk about. I think Baldo, yeah, he definitely commits too much here. He's not getting any more damage than he would have if he was just standing right here, but now he just doesn't have his jump. And he gets really punished for it. So they trade their mech. Mech being down is probably one of the more important things. You can just trade an HP bar with a tank, with Winston, and res him, but if you trade the Diva, she has to, like, she loses her suit, then she might die, and then you have to res her, and then she's Baby Diva, and then she's back in her suit, where if you just res Monkey, then you can just keep shooting and, like, put down a bubble afterwards, where, like, you want to be trading your Monkey if you can. Fights are just all over the place here. See this retake. Looks like nothing's gonna be swapped. I want to watch and see how both offense and defense, like what they do. Okay. I feel like Pulse didn't land properly, but like when you're standing up here, waiting for the enemy team to like walk in, you need to be like really quick to punishing where they're walking. Because if the other team is just able to all stand up here on high ground and just not be punished and then free dive you, you're just gonna lose, usually. Unless they're like baiting you in. But then they don't really have a soldier to heal up, so like we'll watch here. See 3 members go in. I don't know how many people are actually here. It looks like it's just Tracer who just like went for the sticky. And then the rest of them started to like fall after the fact. But like, you see the trades going in, and like, it's good, but like, there was no poke landed before. Like, I didn't see any Pharaoh rockets land or anything, so. Whenever you're trying to like retake the point and like you just don't land any poke beforehand, you're just gonna lose because you're just gonna get stuffed at the choke, and your just teammates are not gonna be able to get in. So they are trying to like sneak in. So they had trade kills here, which is good because this gives them room to actually be able to walk into the point. But Karkar, yeah, he's too far forward and he just gets punished. Is there a reason why he couldn't get out? The team is a bit staggered in. So this is fine. But he was like taking a 1v1 with Tracer, and then he starts to take damage from her, and then he like gets back into the point. The monkey lands on top of him, basically stuffs him into the corner, and then he's just dead from that. He gets rezzed, but when you're losing this hard, he doesn't have ult, so the value you're gonna get from Lucio isn't as high. Vertible's is really far out there. these fights that are this close, um, you have to make sure you're getting value with your ults. If you're getting like really poor value with your ults, like you're shooting your, you see a diva right in front of you, and you're looking to like get a lot of kills with your rocket barrage, and you just get it shot into a matrix, then you die, and then you have to use res, and then your mercy's out of position. Like these things just snowball where you just can't be doing really sloppy things, especially like in these crucial fights where you need to win them, stay competitive. And I know it's tough mid-Koth game to really keep track of ults, like which ults you should be using, but like a good shot caller should be keeping track of this, and so you don't start to like overuse ults and one team just saves up ults. Like you want to lose the point gracefully. So like if you lose the point and you're like at like 90 anything percent, it's fine if you just don't use anything, you let them take. If they're using a lot to try to take it, because then you can just try to retake it with all your ults and just blitz them immediately. They were Sinatra's rap playlist was like building their ults up from the fight before, but like they had just used so much that like they weren't really able to use anything. Like I think they used beat and like a diva bomb randomly, but like there was just way more from whereas the you just can't match it. Like you just have to really keep track of what you want to use in Koth and make sure you're not overusing to retake a point and make sure you're not saving too much or saving too much if you are trying to win a fight. Because sure, you can get the short term win of, oh, we held off the point and we kept it, but if you're committing too many ults to it, you're basically just losing the point for yourself because you won't have any ults for the next fight when they'll have the advantage. They're running triple tank. Why are they running a triple tank, dude? I feel like you just run Orisa at this point if you are going to run triple tank. Like, you're just going to run into Junkrat on this point. And... why isn't it playing, dude? Yeah, it was bugged or something. You're gonna run into Junkrat on this point, and you're gonna get spammed by fucking grenades like a motherfucker. And I guess this comp is okay, but like Ryan, as soon as he starts to get pushed and like shot in the back, if you're running triple tank, you just like can't contest some like flank picks as well. That's why triple tank faded out of like the meta so hard. And Mercy, she's a good main healer, but like keeping up 3 tanks, Anna McCree, just like isn't her strong suit. Like Anna just puts out way more healing, and that's why she was picked so much for triple tank. But like with Mercy, you aren't able to keep up triple tank as much, and it's like much more difficult, especially when there's like so much spam going down, especially with Junkrat. Ryan goes down, they're just able to run all over them. I feel like if you are gonna run triple tank, you run an Orisa and you run Zen, and you just play it a little bit slower, and you play the longer range, and you run Junkrat yourself. Maybe not Junkrat, I'm not sure. He's okay in triple tank. I just feel like why are you running triple tank? Like the goal of it, why would you run it? Mm, I don't know if he would have. He should have gone for like the squishies. Probably would have died. The tire would have died, but you see this triple tank, like they're not able to get through this choke. Like they're just standing here and they're just getting spammed. Like Winston is able to stand in their face. The tanks just aren't able to move through. Like they don't do enough damage to the front line because the Junkrat's just sitting back lobbing grenades and like shooting them up into the air. The Winston doesn't really need to tank as much. They use beat. They didn't get much value off of it though. Like the beat was like running off by the time they actually got onto point. Junkrat was just killing so many people. He was just really uncontested for a while. You see what they're all using though. I guess this McCree's high noon. Like it didn't get much value, but like it zoned them a bit and just getting able to shoot them now. But like they've just been stalling for so long because it's so hard to finish these kills off whenever you're taking these long fights. Like Zarya just does not have energy. It just doesn't do damage. And Ryan's been having to like hold shield for a lot of this, so he can't swing on people on the point because grenades are coming in. So like they had to use grab, they had to use beat. The beat's coming back, but like they had to use grab, and Zarya has no energy, so she has to build up again. But they could have just saved. I don't know why they used tire. Probably just should have saved tire, and they could have just tried to like get a pick with that, try to get the mercy. That was okay. They used 3 ults though. 3 ults to get the wipe. They tranced it though. Yeah. I think it's just keeping track of ults at that point where you see that they have Diva Bomb and they use Mercial and you just figure, alright, they're committing a lot to this fight. Be fine. There's a lot of trading right here. Ryan gets beat, but like it's so bad. He like has to grab here, otherwise they lose. He gets the cleanup kills. Alright, hold on. I need to look back at this, but like so like they get the trade kills with like the Deadeye and then like Diva Bombs get traded, all the reses go off. But like they've used so many ults here. They used okay. Sinatraas rap playlist. They used beat Diva Bomb Shatter the fight before. Ryan was forced to literally hold shield for like almost all of that fight. Kree got to use ults sometime between there, so he's building it back up. But they had to use grab right there, so they're gonna have Mercy ult, and then they're gonna have High Noon. Whereas if you just stack ults on one team where you just keep dry pushing and you just try to bait so many ults out of them, you can come in with these giant ult banks where you're forcing the enemy team to just use so many, and when you see them use so many, you just save up for one fight. You don't full commit, wipe your whole team so that they can build all their ults again, but you just like have these dry fights where you get them, you get a kill here, you dive them really hard, you get them to use ults, and then you come in the next fight and use your ults. And you can win the map, but like situations where you're trading even with ults and then you're losing the fights inevitably just causes you to just lose these Koth games or to come down to 99-99 and then you just win because your tracer killed one more person or something dumb like that where that just doesn't need to be the fact that wins the map. where your ult management just needs to be so important. Swap soldier. That was an okay stick. I mean, the whole team's sitting there, so there isn't much follow up. If he was discorded, it would have been much better. Some of these situations, though, yeah, the Brine just ends up having to sit on point and just hold shield the whole time while his team is just dying around him. Alright, that was pretty much just Lucio just booping everyone off, so. They're running McCree again. The Chinese like to do this too. That's Farah. McCree's allowed to just get a lot of poke on this Farah. Like, this Farah is playing in the worst range. You want to either be playing like really far back, so like their hit scan just gets like massive damage drop off and you're never in threat, or you want to be playing like close enough where you can like hit multiple rockets in a row, where like the healing won't be enough for the rockets. Where like if 2 or 3 hit them at a time, then there won't be enough time in between the rockets to get healing. But they just like poked and like waited for like this McCree. This is so poor sometimes. Like, it's frustrating to watch. So like you'll see this McCree just out in the open, but like his whole team is with him. So like you attempt this dive, but like you're all alone here, buddy. You're just going to get killed because the whole team can just focus you now, and you're in no man's land. But why did their team all drop? Like, they weren't. It's frustrating to watch when the other team misplays so hard, but. Okay, like, the D.Va is low here. That's fine if you're trading kills, but like. You kill the Winston. But they're getting so low, but. The Winston died too late. Like, he dove in all on his own. He should have been insta-killed. There was a trade for the Zen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But they trade the reses. It's okay. Oh, he gets directed. I guess that's it. Okay. If he didn't get directed, I think this would have been much more in their favor. Because then the McCree's off in his own. Okay, yeah. They just start to fall after that. Tracer loses the 1v1. Okay. Yeah, they baited it in where they like killed the Winston. Like the Winston did like an okay job, I guess, of like dying and then getting rezzed after, but like it's pretty like much reliant on like their mercy, like getting hit by a fucking direct and dying instantly after. Because if they were able to just pull off from that fight and just camp the body, they could have easily just like killed the Mercy as she was flying in. Because you just discord her and then bop her once with the McCree. That was a really bad barrage. Like, it's just 2 tanks on the point. Like, sure, you get their cooldowns out, but you don't get any value off of it, basically. They had to, like, basically beat to keep him alive so he wouldn't die to the D.Va body himself. It was okay to get swaps in. I didn't get to watch any of the Sinatraas rap playlists. DPS versus whatever hit them. forced to dive in because they don't have a soldier themselves, so... This is what I thought was going to happen, where they were just going to get the kill on the Winston, and then they were just going to play it slow, play as a unit, then is off on an island. Like, they should not be losing this right now. Like, they should definitely just be walking in. You killed the Winston, he isn't rezzed, you just walk in together. Everyone's, like, walking in, like, these weird directions and, like, taking, like, weird fights where you just walk in as a unit and just push everyone off with zoning from the soldier. He's having to... He just popped Visor with 50 HP. They took it so, like... so awkward. Game-winning fight, so... Like... They killed the Winston. Okay, it's 78%, so they have time to just walk in slow together. But... Wait, no, I need to go back a little bit further. See when it even happens. Okay, you can see how slow it is. Winston dives in at 64%. He's dead at 66%, okay? And they don't get a push in. 66%, and they don't get one push in. They're standing here poking, but like, Tracer's over here, that's fine. You just walk as a unit over here. You know their ults, if you've been keeping track of them. You know the Fair ult, like the fight before. Tracer doesn't have Pulse Bomb. Like, they're just not walking in. The Zen just goes off on this island on his own, trying to like 1v1 this Tracer. Their D.Va is now chunked to hell for no reason. And it's still a 6v5 fight in their favor, but they're just losing from like horrible positioning. Okay, they get a mech. That's good. Trying to kill this Mercy. Still have yet to walk in. Like, they have people like touching the side of the point, but like they've yet to like have their DPS and stuff like walk in and actually start killing people. They killed the baby D.Va behind. You saw the Mercy before I was diving. It's taking this 1v1 with the Tracer, but like they've just had like absolutely random fights all over the point. The soldier has not been shooting people on the point. He's been taking 1v1s with people, trying to shoot the Mercy. And then like all their cooldowns and ults are just down while they're on the point. And just now their soldier is actually looking at the point. He wasn't with the team getting healed. He just went off on an island and was just having to like look in circles for a Tracer. And then his team is just all dead. Like, they're all dead low, are respawning, and he's just having to like panic pull Visor now. And he's just gonna get killed. Where if he would have walked with his team, maybe the Tracer would have been shooting him, but I mean he's gonna be getting healed because he's standing next to his healers, and he isn't off on an island, and he's gonna be able to like shoot people and get his Visor faster rather than like spraying wildly, hitting a bullet here or there on a Tracer that's just like dodging him and like recalling and like avoiding him. Like trying to shoot this Mercy, who's Guardian Angeled in the sky out of his... He's having damage fall off, so he'd have to hit like every headshot for him to even kill her. Gets out, she gets out with like low HP, but still alive of course. Gets the res behind him on the baby D.Va he killed, but he's just like not in a high ground position, not with the team, and like going off, and he's playing as if he's playing Tracer. He's playing Soldier. So he ends up like using his heal kit on his own, or he could just walk to the point, use it with his team. Like, it's just some weird decisions that lead to these fights that are so lopsided because of someone's like huge misplays, which probably don't appear to me as misplays because he was like, I zoned the Mercy because she wasn't able to get full value with her Valk, and I killed the baby D.Va, but then the Mercy just comes in, who's fine HP, reses the baby D.Va who comes up behind him and just shoots the supports in the back who didn't have the soldier heal, and then the soldier's off on an island fighting the tracer, and it's just like these things just keep cascading on each other, where it's one mistake that leads to another, that leads to another, and it causes these games to just fall away from you, where if you keep these communication things together and you know where people want to be and need to be and know what the other team wants to do, you can just punch it so much harder, and you aren't in these situations where you need to just make massive mechanical plays to win fights, and you aren't left in these situations where you're popping visor and you're 50 HP and your whole team's dead. Where if you would have done what I had said, you probably would have gotten visor 5 seconds earlier and you would have been popping it with your teammates with you. And, yeah. It's the little things, they add up over time, and they really need to improve with them and add them.